Now in come the mutas, and this is actually going to be like one of those nails in the coffin blows, because the stalkers there just blinked onto the low ground, and he should have gone for the probes there, but decided not to. And he could have killed so many probes there, man, while the stalkers were just trying to make their way over this way.
Getting that forge is pretty huge, though. I do want to point out the one thing in Tails' favor. I mean, yeah, he's taking so much damage right now, but his opponent is kind of stuck on Mutiling. And, you know, he has a couple Colossus. He's getting close to that maxed army. If he goes to make a push, you know, it might not matter how much harassment his opponent does to him. He just has a pretty decent death ball right now.
Yeah, and he is going for that push right now, but it is Shakira's Plateau, and viOlet should be able to just circumvent this army and go for the base race. And that's how you play Mutiling if you're a Zerg player.
Right.
You have to go for the base race. So now it's up to viOlet to control this army and go around his opponents, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to go for the base race here, and he's got to try to sneak some drones out onto the right side of the map so that he can put some hatcheries down. I mean, he's got a 6,000 mineral bank.
Yeah, he needs to find a way to spend it. He actually did sneak 2 drones, exactly what you said. We are going for this crazy base race. Units in the natural of the Zerg player here, sniping Overlords, which is actually a huge deal. He's not going to be able to spend any of his money now. Look, he's at 160 out of 48 supply. That's huge. And Tails going up into the main. Meanwhile, those Zerglings wreaking havoc in Tails' natural. This is going to be quite the finish.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. He is losing all of his Overlords. He won't be able to produce anything, but at the same time, Tails here, does he even have a probe with his army? Like, I'm looking for one, and I'm not seeing any anywhere. So he's not going to be able to produce anything. There are some probes here. They are in the middle of the map. They are trying to transfer over, and the problem is that Tails won't be able to leave whatever building he makes, right? He's got like 50 minerals right now.
Yeah, but look at his third base, though. Look at how many cannons he's made.
So what? There's only 3 pylons.
That is true. And here come the Mutalists. It's going to be kind of interesting. If he just goes for those pylons, he could be... actually, I think he's just going to roll over these cannons. I don't know.
He should have gone for the pylons, but instead he's going for the cannons. In come some Zerglings as well. And, like, he's definitely going to be able to take this out. And meanwhile, he left 3 Zerglings behind to take out the rest. So it really comes down to what Tails is going to produce in his opponent's area of the map. He does have 400 minerals, so he can reproduce Nexus, but he'll never be able to leave it because these mutas, these Zerglings, are going to be right there to counterattack. And meanwhile, we got some drones here for viOlet. He's going to be able to make some hatcheries, start mining again, slowly but surely get himself back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if at a certain point Tails shouldn't have just pulled back and tried to save his base. It's so hard to say, though. This is such a tight finish. But like you said, our Zerg player has so much money to work with, whereas our Protoss player is just kind of stuck with a single pylon on the map. And a Stargate. I lied.
Yeah, but the Stargate's about to die, so he's got that 1 pylon, that's it. And now, I mean, these mutas are actually going straight for that pylon, and Tails has been revealed because he doesn't have a Nexus, so he's going to lose that pylon. He does have probes a bit everywhere. He's putting down some assimilators, or at least getting ready to put them down, but Zerglings are already there to deal with it, and Tails here is about to get taken out. He's got 1 assimilator left. That's it. The Zerglings there have found it, though, and it's going to fall almost immediately. Almost all of the mutas there are surviving. 1 more assimilator up into the main base of viOlet, but his Creep Tumor spotted the probe going there, and now viOlet going to clean everything up. Oh, man.
He gets
again.
1 more down.
Yeah, barely. Like, honestly, that was like within just milliseconds of his other one finishing, and viOlet has been building hatcheries everywhere. Oh, my God, he's got to build one. He didn't build one. He had 2 drones.
Oh, no. Wow, that's so devastating. Poor viOlet. viOlet was in a position to win that game. All he had to do was build a hatchery, and he could have slowly started mining, and there's no way Tails could move out, but he forgot to build the hatchery in time. viOlet's probably sitting there just mouth open, staring at the screen, you know, forehead slapping himself over and over again. Such a brutal way to lose in such an intense game.
Dude, we are getting some sick games tonight. Oh,
that's
man.
crazy.
So Tails somehow, someway wins that base race. viOlet sitting on 6,000 minerals, but perchance forgets to put down a hatchery and is going to fall to Tails. I couldn't believe it. Man, and Tails, though, he was on top of that. Like, that last assimilator was so close. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he had a probe. I thought it was over. That, man, that is such a stressful situation, and that's where viOlet wanted the game to go. You know, he wanted to harass until Tails just couldn't take it anymore and went for the push, and then just go for the runaround in the base race. He got everything he wanted. He just couldn't quite capitalize. Such a close game, and you know, like I said, viOlet's kicking himself right now, but his map choice. We're going on Metalopolis.